Would I be the idiot if I broke up with my boyfriend when this year marks the 10th anniversary of his wife's death? There's too much to say, but I'll try to make it short. I'm using the Google Traductor for most of the things. Sorry, in short, I 34F have been dating Leon 42M for 2 years. My uncle became friends with Leon when they started working together and he started coming to family gatherings and birthdays. Leon is a great guy, and we get along instantly. My family always talk to me about Leon, saying he's a great guy. One day Leon asked me out on a date, and I said yes. We started dating. Leon has 2 children, 14M and 12M. His wife died in an accident 9 years ago. Here comes the problem: Leon always talks about his wife. I know it sounds ugly to complain about it, but I don't say it with jealousy, I mean it uncomfortably. He mentions her in intimate moments of our time, such as when we finish having intimacy or when we're having a date. Sometimes he just starts telling me random anecdotes about his wife and I just stay there feeling like if I'm sleeping with a married man and I'm the side piece. I don't ask for much, just to have a date where it's just me and him. A date where I don't feel like someone's lover with a man who talks about the things we like. He goes to the psychologist, so according to him he's working better on his grief, but I doubt it very much. I'm not the first girlfriend he had after his wife passed away. He still has contact with his wife's family, which is obvious. They are the grandparents of his children and I have met them in person only one time because all they did was tell me how much Leon and his wife loved each other and treat me really bad. I remember that they put a video with photos of Leon and his wife when they married while I was like this because they didn't even give me a chair to sit. I think in their minds it's cute to me to see my boyfriend with his wife. It's not cute, it's weird. He always says in front of me that she was the love of his life. I find it cute, but when I think about the future I'm just like, I really want to get old with a man who is making it clear that he will never love me? Is that the kind of love I want? I want to be the only one for my future husband. One time I took him to my favorite place, and he just said it's beautiful. I wish wife's name was here so we could show her this. You two would have been good friends. It's like being a third wheel in my own relationship. I can tell a lot of situations like these, a lot. We talked about this. Most of the times he just says that he does that without thinking, but then he seems to forget about it and goes back to his usual behavior and I'm tired. The only one time I talked about this with my family, I was only told that a real woman wouldn't be jealous of a dead woman. I'm not jealous. I'm uncomfortable and would be happy to be with a man who has loved another woman like that and expect him to love me almost the same. That I shouldn't expect him to love me in the same way since all love is different, and that I should just be empathetic and supportive of him. I listened to them, but nothing got better. I've been feeling so much pressure to go through with this that I can't take it anymore. Anyways, I stopped listening to my family and finally talked with my friend who's a psychologist and told me that his behavior is not healthy for anyone and that I should think for myself. She texted, "Good for him for loving his wife so much, but you don't deserve to be used as an emotional support doll," and she's right. I have decided to cut off the relationship, but this year marks 10 years since the death of his wife. Not only his family, even my family is helping them to host a family reunion in honor of her with the things she likes. I think it's a nice thing to do, but I'm totally ready to end the relationship, but I'm afraid I'm the bad guy in the story. The 10th anniversary is in July. I want to end the relationship now, but I fear that I will be a puss if I do that in this year when he is so vulnerable and even my family is pushing me to act like if I was his wife's best friend. He even says that his wife and I would be good friends if we had meet. Why would you want your wife to be best friends with the woman you're sleeping with right now? It's too weird. I think I'm insane because everyone around me sees it as something cute. In short, I don't know if I should break up with him right now or wait until, I don't know, next year? Would I be a puss if I break up with him now? Commenter 1: Does he go to therapy? Original poster: He goes to therapy and has even taken me many times to his wife's grave until I asked him not to take me anymore because I don't feel comfortable. Woozy face. I know he goes to visit her grave a lot, but now I think that the girl maybe was feeling like me. He once told me that he mistakenly called his ex by his wife's name. Woozy face. Update 1: A few people who lived the same situation messaged me and that really helped me to feel understood. I finally talked with all my friends about everything he did. I always avoided doing that because I knew they were going to tell me that I should leave him, but I just ended up being trapped by everyone else's words. We didn't love each other and that's obvious even if he says doesn't think so. Yes, I actually posted to get approval. I don't know how bad that is, but I needed to know that I was doing things right and that I'm not crazy before I said the truth to my friends. The next day I finally talked to Leon. I really needed to break up at that point. He came to see me at my house, and I told him we needed to talk. I went straight to the point saying I want to end the relationship, and he instantly asked me what he did wrong. We literally had this talk before and he does know what things makes me feel uncomfortable. I was tired. So I just proceeded to list everything he did. How he never defended me from his exes-in-law, how he never made an effort to stop naming his wife all the time even though I told him 1,000 times that it made me uncomfortable, how does he make me feel like I'm the third in my own relationship, etc. He apologized saying the same as always, that he doesn't realize it when he does that. We've had this discussion before many times but this time I told him I want to break up. I also told him that I don't think his therapist is helping but Leon just said that he is helping him and feels mentally well. Leon told me that we could start going together with his therapist because he knows that it can be hard for a woman to be with a widower. Jealousy is a normal thing in this kind of cases and that really triggered me. I've let both his and my family make me believe that I'm a crazy jealous. I've let even blogs about widower couples fill my head with things like you just have to be empathetic, don't expect him to love you. He's always going to love his first wife more so just get used to it and be a good woman. I've let myself be trampled on just because everyone told me that getting over a loss is difficult and I have to be empathetic and think about the other. I'm so damn tired of it, I'm tired of being empathetic. I've been dragging this thought for months and in that moment, I just burst out. We yelled at each other, we said a lot of things to each other but at the end of it all he went on with his mentality that I'm wrong and I'm just jealous. He said that I clearly don't feel ready to date a widower and I ended up being like his ex. I told him that he's a ducking hypocrite, that he filled his mouth talking shits about his ex-girlfriend but now I'm sure that he treated her like he treated me. He probably took a submissive woman to fulfill the void and took us his inner core stalls. None of it echoed in his mind because he left my house saying I'm just jealous of a ghost and I disappointed him. I'm fed up, I'm so angry while I write this. As soon as he left the house, I sent my mother a message saying that I'm not going to live the same life of my Sil, living in the shadow of a woman who's no longer in this world and they should have empathy for me and not for a man who's not even their family. I told her that I'm tired of being pressured and I don't care if I die single. I'm sure they don't care about how I feel, in the end they will keep saying that I have a cold heart like always, but I wanna not care about that anymore. My friends are staying at my house to keep me company and I can finally get all the accumulated shit out of my brain with them. I don't feel good being second and I know I'll always be second. I don't want to replace the place of the first wife, and I know that even if I wanted to, I never will. I know a lot of people feel good with that kind of relationship but not me. Maybe I'm really cold-hearted but I'm surely not that empathetic. If his wife were alive, he would clearly never choose me, he wouldn't even look at me. I don't like that kind of love and I really had a hard time accepting that I don't want that kind of love for myself. I feel that I am still young, and I can wait for a man to have me as the first choice in his heart. I hope Leon can overcome his traumas and be happy, but not with me. Someone messaged me that I don't deserve his love but what love are we talking about? I'm just a inner core style at this point. For now, he's not going to change and doesn't want to change but that's not my business. I'm not a bedroom therapist anymore. I'd rather be single forever than falling again in that. I want to start more therapy and Pilates. I'm still obviously affected by all of this, and nothing really changed. Nothing would change that fast but I'm just happy that I'm free now. For now, I just wanted to vent, so sorry if everything sounds too aggressive.